Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus, depends on where it goes. There is an extended at the end of the reading, Taurus. You can find the link at the top of the description, and in the extended I'm going to look at the blind spot and whatever comes out here. So we're going to start, Taurus, with my energy oracle deck, and I'm going to look at your energy right now. What is the energy that you're in right now? And then I'm going to look at the energy outside of you. So typically the energy outside of you could be energy that you're moving towards, that you're going to, a cycle you're going into. It could be energy of someone outside of you that you deal with. We'll see. Lately it seems like it's actually the energy of the sign that I'm reading for, like right now. So it's kind of like, it seems like the cards want to show us the energy that you're in and kind of what you're going into. But I'm keeping an open mind for you to see what it is. And the tarot cards will tell us more information. So for Taurus, the energy that they are in right now and the energy outside of them. Anxiety. Oh, and blossoming abundance. You know, that's good. It's kind of a good combination, actually. It's a little bit better than how some of them have gone this week. So far, Pisces is winning the race on the best energy. Aquarius is kind of losing the race, and Aries is not far behind. So you're kind of like, you're kind of a little bit similar, but I would do it like this. So you're kind of moving from anxiety to blossoming abundance. You're coming at it. Like if you're in this energy right now, I feel like you're about to go in here. Now that's interesting. I feel like, you know, it's a little bit like imagining you've planted a whole bunch of seeds. Yeah, because this is what blossoming abundance is. I feel like you've planted a bunch of seeds. Like this is just, you know, philosophical stuff. You've planted a bunch of seeds, and all these seed packets said, you know, you need to plant these in the fall before the first frost. And then you'll see stuff come up like May or April. You're like, okay, so that's good. So you planted the seeds, and winter comes, you know, and it gets cold and snowy. And of course you have to forget about the seeds because they're obviously not going to grow. And the package said like April, May. So April comes and you're watching, the snow is melted and there's nothing growing. And okay, maybe May. So in May, and there's like nothing growing. And now you're like, man, and depending what kind of seeds you planted, maybe you like really needed those. Maybe you needed those seeds for your survival, for food. Maybe you were propagating some sort of brand new flower or plant that had never been done before. And this was going to be a big seller or something for you. When I'm like, there was a lot. And it's almost as if thinking, like you're worried about the seeds. These seeds just not to grow. But maybe what you don't realize is that in your zone, yours is more like June, July, August, that they're coming up. So that's the funny thing. That's kind of what I'm getting with this blossoming abundance card. It's like a switch, but it's a little bit like, I'm really getting that message about seeds that you kind of planted. And they just didn't come to any fruition. But the package said they should have grown by now. I don't understand. But it is. It's starting to. They're starting to grow. So maybe at some point, your anxiety is going to switch here. And I think it's going to switch because you're going to see like a little tiny sign. Something coming. It may not even be a plant. You just, you know, when the seeds start to grow and just the dirt looks funny. It's just like a little lump, because something underneath is pushing up. It's kind of like that. So let's what's at the bottom. Ooh, the sixth chakra, the second chakra, and that's reversed. Wow. So there's a very high clairvoyant connection here. And then this is a very intimate part of the soul. The second chakra, very intimate, very vulnerable. Maybe you feel vulnerable about the seeds. Like these seeds are important. Maybe they're not you're choosy with your seeds, where you've planted these seeds. Like, I don't just put my seeds anywhere. But now these seeds aren't growing. Well, I think they're about to grow. I think the seeds are about to grow, Taurus. So let's see some tarot cards for your anxiety, Taurus, your anxiety. That's too many. You can't have that. You can't have all those things causing your anxiety. Well, you can, but we won't talk about all of them. So just okay. Oh my god. Wow. I want to get one more. The Ten of Swords and the Judgment card. It's like over and done. That's it. But a rebirth. What's the next one? Ooh, the Magician. Now what I feel like here, I feel like anxiety about an ending, something being finished. So how you see yourself, how others see you. And in making this choice to be reborn, but kind of being anxious about what to manifest. Like, now what do I manifest? This is actually in a good order though. Like, this isn't a really, really good order. And it's kind of like, you know, I feel like with the Ten of Swords, a little bit of like the death of the ego. I'm really getting that. Like the death of the ego. And I'm getting that because with these two cards, the Judgment, the person's just kind of like giving in to whatever the universe has planned. It's like what I'm doing, I just not working. So I'm giving myself, I'm making the choice. Judge me, universe. I'm ready for it. And I'm ready to connect with divine energy. I'm ready to start working with the universe. I'm ready to have a rebirth. But you're anxious about this. I try to think, like, why are we anxious about things like this? Because this is sort of in the right order. Maybe anxious about kind of waiting for it too, on some aspect. Maybe waiting for the ending, waiting for the rebirth, or waiting for the Magician. One of these points. It reminds me a bit like, you know, when you have to do a speech or a presentation in front of a large group of people. If it's not something that you do, I mean, if you do it all the time, after a while, it's like, I'm doing these videos, whatever, turn on the camera. But it's something you don't do all the time. Like, there's a bit of anxiety behind it. If you think about the first time as a kid, like doing a speech in front of your class, oh my God, the sweaty palms, the anxiety, the nervous, you know, the heart racing. And then once you get up there, it's okay. It's like, you know, it's always like that. It's like waiting for that moment, waiting for the final shoe to drop, waiting for that moment. There's the anxiety there. And then once it happens, it's like, it's okay. So the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles is at the bottom. So maybe in some way too, like whatever this ending leading into a rebirth is feeling kind of like shut out into the cold, not welcome, excuse me, in certain circumstances or groups. Because this rebirth could go, I mean, it depends on how broad it is for you too. Like, is it just a rebirth in one thing that's ended in your life? Or does this represent a lot of different things for you? I don't know. I'm just getting that with that right now. Okay, so let's see what's coming. Let's look at this blossoming abundance. The blossoming abundance for Taurus. It feels like the seeds starting to poke through. The blossoming abundance. Oh, hey, that's really good. Oh, and this is really good too. So you have the Two of Cups. Wow. Oh my gosh. The story goes on and on and on. All right. So I'm going to get into the underline because it is quite a bit of information. I'm just going to show you on the surface. There's the Five of Pentacles, right? Which is over here, which is associated with the anxiety. So feeling left out, not feeling like part of a group, feeling put out into the cold, feeling isolated. But then the underline for your blossoming abundance, the cards are really, really good. And they're all in the right order too. So, and when I say something's in the right order, it's kind of like getting your shit together. Even if things have fallen apart, you're still kind of looking at it, trying to look at it realistically. You know, even if there's a lot of emotion and feeling behind whatever this is that's ending for you. And there's probably going to be, because with the Ten of Swords, you know, it's saying it is kind of a death of an ego in some portion of it. We're always going to have an ego, and we need that to protect ourselves. It's just keeping that under control. But there's something here about yourself that is coming to a full end. But you make a choice. You make a choice to stand up again, right? Kind of like when the universe has pushed you down onto the ground, and it doesn't feel like, you know, like you're down from the count, like the wolves are circling. It's painful, but I'm going to brush the dust off and stand up one more time, right? And I'm going to try to manifest. I'm going to try to do my best to manifest. So that's good. I mean, that's what I mean by getting it in the right order. And I'm going to show you that over here. So this is like a huge switch in energy. So you can see how there really is some sort of blossoming abundance coming towards you. Now, all the cards under this goes on for a bit. So it's the Two of Cups, followed by the Three of Swords, followed by the Two of Swords, followed by the Nine of Cups, followed by the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Lovers, and then the Four of Swords. And then it's everything's in reverse after that. Like, that's a lot of underlying energy. So the Two of Cups, it seems like comes into the time at a point of heartbreak or disappointment. And I mean, you are exhibiting some of that energy there. At a time where being at a crossroads, trying to make a choice or a decision, what to do, working on like finding your own inner happiness, like really working on finding your own inner happiness, being responsible for your happiness, trying to find balance with the Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, check it out. There's a little plant starting to grow, right? You know, that's interesting. That kind of feels like you have been even fertilizing your seeds. So those seeds, you've been fertilizing them, looking after them. And in some part of that is a bit of that Nine of Cups, like trying to look after yourself, trying to be the one responsible for your happiness. Yeah, so you've been investing into your blossoming abundance, whether you realize it or not. And then the Lovers followed by the Four of Swords. So it kind of tells me that this is also a very healing connection that's coming towards you. So your blossoming abundance, and this is again like kind of in the right order. You have the Ten of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool card. And look, you have two tens, like major endings. This Ten of Wands ending is not as difficult and painful as the Ten of Swords. And you can see that, right? Like having a whole bunch of swords stabbed into your back is pretty painful. That's pretty painful. And you may not even have seen it coming because it's in your back, right? At least not the first one, but probably had a good idea about the other ones as they started coming in. So the Ten of Wands, though, there's still like there's a heavy burden. Carrying a heavy burden, carrying the weight of the world. This one's really like carrying the weight of the world on your back. But this is nice because when you see the Ten of Wands, kind of like you're almost at the completion. You're just about ready to leave the burden. There's nothing else to do but release this burden. And it's kind of like releasing the burden of the Wheel of Fortune, right? And taking a leap of faith. I just look at these two cards. Look at how different they are. Like so much. So nothing on her back. Not carrying anything. Free as a bird. Let's jump off the edge of this and see where the universe is going to catch me, right? There's definitely a big change in terms of the direction of your karmic energy. Like a very substantial change. Gosh, I'm even noticing too, like not only is this person not carrying any weight on their shoulders, I mean, they have all these birds ready to kind of like help carrying them up. If you're taking a leap of faith, the universe has your back. So maybe too, it kind of feels like, I mean, you can't take any leaps of faith. You can't really do anything because the universe doesn't have your back. If anything, the universe has been using your back. It feels like the universe has been using your back to carry a lot of responsibility for others. But this is about to change where the universe is actually going to be carrying your back for a little bit. It's kind of like what that feels like. So that's a nice release. Because yeah, your back's probably sore. It's probably kind of sore. So let's clarify. The Ten of Swords for Taurus. The Ten of Swords for Taurus. Oh, there's three there. The Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Lovers. I mean, this is a major ending. This is like some sort of a big ending in a partnership, right? And this is a soul connection, a soulmate connection. I mean, it's ending. Something is ending here. I need clarification on that. Because this is the Ten of Swords. So then what is the Judgment? What is the Judgment for Taurus? What is the Judgment for Taurus? Oh, so many cards, guys. So many cards. Oh. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Page of Wands. This is a big judgment, guys. This is a big judgment. I kind of feel like you're assessing, you're reassessing. Part of the anxiety here is this judgment. You are almost like, because they say the Judgment card is about making choices, about making a choice to be rebirthed. And you are making a choice here. You're making a very interesting choice. This too may go beyond just any romantic connections. I think at some point I said, like, I don't know how many aspects of your life this could play out to. So here with this Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles too, I mean, this is some sort of a new beginning in work. But what's really curious is you've got the Seven of Swords into the Nine of Pentacles. Almost wanting to focus, wanting to pull your focus away from anything that you work on and actually work on yourself. Like just investing into yourself here. Too, with this, because, well, I mean, this is a very major ending. And I would call it like an emotional ending. And then we get the Chariot and the Page of Wands that comes in after the Nine of Pentacles. So after sort of investing into yourself, looking after yourself, physically, like really looking after you and all the things that you need for you, maybe instead of giving so much at work, if that's something that you've been doing a lot of, is giving more to you. Or if you've been doing really well at work, maybe you've put a lot of money where you're like thinking, you know what, I could take a little bit of time off. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm going to get a massage. I'm going to, you know, like it kind of feels like that's what that could be. Like that's part of the judgment, is actually looking after you. And then you move forward. And with the Page of Wands, I love that coming in, because then we have the Magician, and it's almost like communicating in a very innocent way to the universe about manifesting. What can I manifest? So let's see. With the Magician card for Taurus, the Three of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So you want to manifest, you're looking for your ships to come in, basically. You're looking for your ships to come in. You're looking for, well, it says like you're looking for the Queen of Wands. So this is a very dynamic, strong, intuitive, kind of sexy, fun energy, right? This might even be something that you want for yourself, because it seems like looking after yourself. All right, so what is the weight of the world? Because this is about to be dropped, the weight of the world. The Ten of Wands. Oh, God, God, this Eight of Swords, I swear to God, it went around so much last week and it's been poking its head through this week. The Eight of Swords is feeling like you can't move, like you don't have a choice, like there aren't options, or any options that you see aren't feasible, you can't move towards them, it's not possible. How do you do this? I can't. It's just like releasing that. Like that's over. Well, that's kind of nice. Good for you. It's about, and you know, if anyone was going to do it, it would be Taurus. Because the sign, the card that kept coming up in the readings last week, particularly towards the end of the week, was the Hierophant card. And it was, for whatever reason, it was imposing this energy on a lot of people, this Eight of Swords. It's like releasing that. That's good. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. Yay, see, we had to work our way to Taurus, to the Hierophant, to say, could you please release the Eight of Swords that is surrounding so many people right now? So the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wow. Did it really good. Well, finally, thanks, Taurus. We should have just come to you guys first and said, you know, we have a problem with the Hierophant. Everyone's having a problem with that. Okay, we got the Queen of Swords, the Justice card, the Ten of Wands, the Star card, and the Two of Cups. That's brilliant. See, what a change. Oh, thank you. We can like the Hierophant again. Yeah, it was really getting hard. This is awesome. Like, I mean, it's literally cutting things out and almost like doing it in conjunction with the universe here with the Justice card. Things getting cut out, burdens being released, and then being able to move towards things that are really for you, like dreams. And it's funny that the Two of Cups would come up and then you have the Two of Cups here. Something that's really meant for you. I like the Star coming in with the Two of Cups because it kind of feels like something kind of delivered by the universe, by like sort of opened up by the heavens. So the Fool card. The Fool card. The Fool is the Empress and the Hanged Man. So taking, well, it's a big, like this is something that you really want with the Empress. But yeah, with the Hanged Man, that's really weird. Like the Fool card and the Hanged Man are very opposite. Let me get more on this. What is going on with the Hanged Man? Because the Hanged Man is not doing anything. So the Hanged Man, what is this Hanged Man energy? It's Temperance. So then taking a leap of faith towards this Empress energy, something that you really see great abundance with, like sort of a wish come true, which would make sense with the Star and the Two of Cups. But there's still something here that's yet to be decided. And it could be balances in energy, balances in emotions, in desires, in movement. I'm going to get the 7th chakra. I just want to clarify your 7th chakra. Maybe this is how you're going to receive some of your information about moving forward. Where's the 7th chakra card here for Taurus? The King of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. What did this come up with? Someone else had the 7th chakra. I can't remember who it was. But this is so very clear understanding, I want to say, with the King of Swords. You're going to receive some sort of information, whether in a dream, like a eureka moment. You know where I guess I could doze off. I'm like becoming one of those where I just need like a little 15-minute doze off. And sometimes I go, do you get that? And it's like an afternoon nap can be filled with such clear dreams, like compared to, I don't know if it's because we don't go quite into a deep sleep or so many cycles of REM and in and out of it. But I don't know, it's something like that, like somehow you're going to get some very clear information. And it's going to be about like the 10 of Pentacles. So it would be about your home life. It could be like if you, I don't know, if you don't have the 10 of Pentacles, if you're in the 5 of Pentacles, because it's an underline. at least coming clearly onto a path, into some sort of information where you feel like you have some options, like you feel like you can move again. But it makes a lot of sense with this Ten of Wands being dropped, and it's the Eight of Swords and Two Pentacles are kind of going with it. Like that's what that is. So very clear information about that. Wow, it's interesting. The Emperor is at the bottom. So the Emperor is at the bottom, and the Empress is what's coming out over here. Oh, wait, there's more. It's upright. The Emperor, the Tower, the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. And then the Five of Pentacles is in the reverse. So that's interesting. So the Emperor, the Tower, the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and then that Five of Pentacles is in reverse. So what I get with that, wow, there's a really strong energy. The Emperor is a counterpart, a really divine counterpart for the Empress. So if there's some sort of counterpart energy, there is a Tower moment associated with it where I want to say with the High Priestess and the Six of Swords, something becomes very, very clear and energy starts moving in a good direction. Energy changes, but you are already getting an indicator of that with the Wheel of Fortune. And the direction it starts going into is sort of like wish fulfillment, happiness, dreams come true. Very good energy. And it puts the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Crap out of me. I thought I had the ringer off. Okay. It's okay. It's just my financial guy. Holy cow. So what am I going to do now that my heart just skips a beat? Hey, this sworn. I turned that ringer off. Oh, I'm going to get you a fairy oracle. Whew. Way to pull your tarot reader right out of the zone. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful card. I don't know if I've ever pulled it before. New beginnings. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Well, that's really interesting. Oh, be careful. Oh, maybe you want a baby. I was saying because the Empress is here. That's a really interesting card to pull out with the Empress, right? Because the Empress is often depicted like as the mother, as a mother, Mother Earth, Mother Creator, a mother, wife, like that, like having a baby. So that is a possibility too for anyone who's coming to the reading. Maybe that's part of like some of this anxiety that's been going on. There's something that's might be changing for you on that level. Now, for those of you that are not, there's still some sort of joyous news, a birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So anything that's coming in like a sort of a new idea, it feels like it could even be an idea from before. Protect and nurture it. It's almost like it's coming to fruition, like you're blossoming abundance, like the seeds. And protect it like a baby because it's something that's going to grow. Really interesting that you would get all that connected with the blossoming abundance. Definitely coming into a cycle. Ending what looks like a heavy cycle of endings and trying to move forward for where you may be feeling stuck. Going into an energy where all the little seeds that you've planted over time are starting to grow. And these were, seeds that were planted from ideas and feelings and inspirations that you had. And now that they're starting to like blossom, allow them, like nourish them, fertilize them, like you would a baby. Knowing that there's going to be points where you just might not get a lot of sleep. But you know what? It's worth the investment at the end. And what do you have at the bottom? Inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Well, that's cute. I like the way she's holding up the little kids, too. That's fun, right? All right. So I'm going to go do, now that my heart has gone back down to the regular beat pace, I'm going to go do your extended Taurus and see what the blind spot is in this whole reading. All right. Thank you so much. Be gentle with yourselves. Bye.